Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivas Advaita Bhaktivinoda Ki Jai Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Mataji, you're doing it, you're sharing your screen and you're doing it here. Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram Ram
Hare
Ram.
Krishna Mataji. Yes, I was waiting for sharing the link. I'll share the link and then we can start reading, Mataji.
Okay, sure. Hare
Yeah,
Krishna
thank you.
Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Ram 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 Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare
Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you, Harita Mataji, for chanting very nicely. Today is Mokshada Ekadasi, which is the end of this year's last Ekadasi. Very nice, and it's a special Ekadasi advent of Gita. We have read Gita in the morning, so now we are going to read the glories. Harita Mataji, you can start reading.
Yeah, sure, Mataji. Hare Krishna, happy Mokshada Ekadashi. Mokshada Ekadashi is a very special Ekadashi in two regards. The all auspicious day on which Lord Sri Krishna spoke the Srimad Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna on the battlefield of Kurukshetra at the place now known as Jyotisha Tirtha. Anyone who gives a Bhagavad Gita away to a deserving person on this day is bestowed profuse blessings by Sri Krishna Bhagavan. The ancient history of Mokshada Ekadashi from Brahmananda Purana. Yudhishthir Maharaj said, O Vishnu, master of all, O delight of the three worlds, O Lord of the entire universe, O creator of the world, O oldest personality, O best of all beings, I offer my most respectful obeisances unto you. O Lord of Lords, for the benefit of all living entities, kindly answer some questions that I have. What is the name of the Ekadashi that occurs during the light fortnight of the month of Margashira, November to December, and removes all sins? How does one observe it properly? And which deity is worshipped on that holiest of the days? O my Lord, please explain this to me in full. Lord Sri Krishna replied, O dear Yudhishthira, your inquiry is very auspicious in itself and will bring you fame. Just as I previously explained to you about the dearest Utpanna Maha Dwadashi, which occurs during the dark part of the month of Margashira, which is the day when Ekadashi Devi appeared from my body to kill the demon Mura, and which benefits everything animate and inanimate in the three worlds. So I shall now relate to you regarding this Ekadashi that occurs during the light part of the month of Margashira. This Ekadashi is famous as Mokshada because it purifies the faithful devotee of all sinful reactions and bestows liberation upon him. The worshipable deity of this all auspicious day is Lord Damodara. With full attention, one should worship him with incense, a ghee lamp, fragrant flowers, and tulsi manjaris or buds. Should I continue, Mataji?
Thank you, Mataji. We have other devotees joined. Padma Mataji, would you like to read? Padma Mataji is not unmuting. Could I read? Okay, Balavrinda will read. Okay, go ahead.
Okay.
Mataji, I can read Mataji.
Go ahead, Mataji.
O best of saintly kings, please listen as I narrate to you the ancient and auspicious history of this wonderful Ekadasi. Simply by hearing this history, one can attain the merit earned by performing a horse sacrifice. By the influence of this merit, one's forefathers, mothers, sons, and other relatives who have gone to hell can turn around and go to the heavenly kingdom. For this reason, O king, you should listen with rapt attention to this narration. There was once was a beautiful city named Champakanagar, which was decorated with devoted Vaishnavas. Decorated with devoted Vaishnavas. There, the best of saintly kings, Maharaja Vaikanasa, ruled over his subjects as if they were his very own dear sons and daughters. The Brahmins in that capital city were all expert in four kinds of Vedic knowledge. The king, while ruling properly, had a dream one night in which his father was seen to be suffering the pangs of the hellish torture in one of the hellish planets ruled over by the Yamaraja. The king was overwhelmed with compassion for his father and shed tears. The next morning, Maharaja Vaika, Vaikana, Vaikanasa described what he had seen in his dream to his council of the twice born learned Brahmins. O Brahmins, the king addressed them. In a dream last night, I saw my father suffering on a hellish planet. He was crying out in anguish, O son, please deliver me from this torment of this hellish condition. Now I have no peace in my mind, and even this beautiful kingdom has become unbearable to me. Not even my horses, elephants, and chariots, and my vast wealth in my treasury that formerly brought so much pleasure gives me no pleasure at all. Everything, everything, oh, best of the Brahmins, even my own wife
Hare
and
Krishna
sons have.
Mataji. Vrinda
Yeah,
want to read from here. Thank you, Mataji.
thank you, Mataji.
So from where everything, oh best of Brahmanas, even my own wife and son have become a source of unhappiness since I had my father suffering the tortures of the hellish condition. So where can I go and what can I do, oh Brahmana, to elevate the misery? Where can I go? Or what can I oh okay, my body is burning with fear and sorrow. Please tell me what kind of charity, what mood of fasting, what austerity, or what deep my body
Meditation.
meditation and in service upon which deity I may have to perform to deliver my father from the agony and bestow upon
Liberation.
liberation upon my forefathers, O best among the Brahmanas. What is use of one being a powerful son if one father must suffer on a hellish planet? Truly, such a son's life is utterly useless to him and to his forefathers. Thank you, Mataji.
The twice born Brahmana replied, O king, in the mountainous forest, not far from here is the ashrama, where a great Saint Parvata Muni resides. Please go to him, for he is Trikala Dhyani. He knows past, present, and future of everything and can surely help you in your gaining relief from your misery. Okay, Harita Mataji, you can read.
Okay, sure, Mataji. Upon hearing this advice, the distressed king immediately set out on a journey to the ashram of the famous sage Parvatamuni. The ashram was indeed very big and housed many learned sages, expert in chanting the sacred hymns of the four Vedas, Rig Veda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, and Atharva Veda. Approaching the holy ashram, the king beheld Parvatamuni seated among the assembly of sages, adorned with hundreds of tilaks from all the authorized sampradayas. like another another Brahma or Vyasa. Maharaja Vaikanasa offered his humble obeisances to the Muni, bowing his head and then prostrating his entire body before him. After the king had seated himself among the assembly, Paratamani asked him about the welfare of the seven limbs of his extensive kingdom, his ministers, his treasury, his military forces, his allies, the Brahmins, the sacrificial offerings performed, and the needs of the subjects. The Muni also asked him if his kingdom was free of troubles and whether everyone was peaceful, happy, and satisfied. To these inquiries, the king replied, by your mercy, O glorious and great sage, all seven limbs of my kingdom are doing very well. Yet there is a problem that has recently arisen, and to solve it, I have come to you, O Brahmana, for your expert help and guidance. Then Parvatamuni, the best of all sages,
Thank you,
closed his.
Mataji. Padma Mataji will read.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hare
Read
Krishna.
Padma Mataji.
Yeah. Then Parvata Muni, the best of all sages, closed his eyes and meditated on the king's past, present, and future. After a few moments, he opened his eyes and said, your father is suffering the results of the committing a great sin, and I have discovered what it is. In his previous life, he quarreled with his wife and forcefully enjoyed her sexually during her menstrual period. She tried to protest and resist his advances and even yelled out, someone please save me, please. Oh husband, do not interrupt my monthly period in this way. Still he did not stop or leave her alone. It is on account of this grievous that your father now has fallen into such a hellish condition of suffering. King Vaikanasa then said, O greatest among the sages, by what process of fasting or charity may I liberate my dear father from such a condition? Please tell me, how can I relieve and remove the burden of his sinful reactions, which are a great obstacle to his progress towards ultimate release, salvation, liberation, going back home? Parvatamuni replied, during the light fortnight of the month of Margasirsha, then occurs on Ekadasi called Mokshada. If you observe this sacred Ekadasi strictly with the full fast and give directly to your suffering father, the merit you thus obtain, he will be freed from his pain and instantly liberated. Mataji, should I continue?
Rita Mataji will take Mataji. Yeah.
Okay, sure, Mataji. Hearing this, Maharaj Vaikanasa profusely thanked the great sage and then returned to his palace to perform his vrata, austere rite. O Yudhishthira, when the light part of the month of Margashirsha at last arrived, Maharaj Vaikanasa faithfully waited for the Ekadashi Tithi to arrive. He then perfectly and with full faith observed the Ekadashi fast with his wife, children, and other relatives. He dutifully gave the merit from this fast to his father, and as he made the offering, beautiful flower petals showered down from the devas who peered out from behind the clouds in the sky. The king's father was then praised by the messengers of the demigods or the devas and escorted to the celestial region. As he passed his son, uh, as he traversed the lower to middle to higher planets, the father said to the king, my dear son, all auspiciousness unto you. At last he reached the heavenly realm from where he can again, with his newly acquired merit, perform devotional service to Krishna or Vishnu, and in due course return back to home, back to Godhead. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Yeah.
Should I
Padma
continue?
Mataji. Go ahead, Mataji. Padma Mataji.
O son of
Yeah,
Pandu,
you should.
whosoever strictly observes the sacred Mokshada Ekadasi following the established rules and regulations achieves the full and perfect liberation after death. There is no better fasting day than this Ekadasi of the light fortnight of the month of Shirsha. Oh, Yudhishthira, for it is a crystal clear and sinless day. Whoever faithfully observes this Ekadasi fast, which is like a Chintamani, a gem that yields all desires, obtains special merit that is very hard to calculate. For this day can elevate one from hellish life to a heavenly planets, and for one who observes Ekadashi for his own spiritual benefit, this elevates one to go back to Godhead, never to return to this material world. Thus end the narration of the glories of Marga Sirsha Sukla Ekadasi or Mokshada Ekadasi from Brahmanda Purana. Hare Krishna.
Jai Jai. Thank you. Mokshada Ekadashi ki
Jai.